Hello Duelist, Tombox here, and in this video I'll demonstrate how to perform certain Perform Mage combos after the release of Dimensions of Chaos. And for this video purpose, I am only doing TCG exclusive stuff and stuff that are available right on the release, so I won't have any cards from Masters of Pendulum Structure deck, nor will I have OCG exclusive cards that aren't confirmed for us at the moment. It is the Performable Pendulum Wizard or Sorcerer, whatever his name is. So those are the two cards I will not include, and then there's also cards that are banned that I will not include in the combo because we don't have access to these cards. One of them is Lava Ball Chain and the other is Shockmaster. So those two cards are out. And finally, this was done before the ban list, so if the ban list changes certain cards, I'm sorry, I can't really predict that. Ban list prediction. Anyways, aside from that, let's go back to the Perform Mages. The Perform Mages are getting two really good pendulum cards, Mirror Conductor, and our favorite little snow cone, Flame Mascot. Now, Flame Mascot is the most broken card in the set for them, and it actually makes them very playable. Like, Perform Mages, who are they? They're like what we know them as Clown Blades, but the blade is actually the heroic side of it. But now we don't need the blade anymore, or it's nice to have, but it's not like a necessity anymore. Anyways, these two cards are the main drive for why Luster Pendulum, the Draco Slayer, has like jumped from a $3 card to like $13 right now, and then on some sites they're like as high as $20, which is really crazy. But if you think about it, the Flame Mascot and the Luster Pendulum, they're basically the bread and butter of the deck. When you have both of these together and you have one more card to combo off of it, you more or less have lethal. Anyways, enough of me jibber jabbering about all this stuff. Now before I get started, I have to eat my words now. I said that in a previous video Maxi wasn't very good during the Pendulum format. Now I have to eat my words because of this deck specifically, I am now back to maining Maxis. Hopefully you guys will main Maxis because this deck can special summon as much as you breathe. Anyways, so here goes. Now I'm gonna start off with some half-ass combos and then I'll get into some really powerful shit. And for demo purposes, the AI will do basically nothing. Okay, so for my first combo, this is one of the more half-assed ones. I don't exactly have like a really good hand. Now I only need 3 cards for this one. Moki Mokis are basically dead drops that are not part of your combo. But I'm gonna start off with a Foolish Burial, sending my Zephyros. Thanks to the Pendulum Scale, I can just bounce back the Pendulum Scale to special summon out the Zephyros. Back to my hand. I'll take a little damage here, it's alright. Now I'll put you back on the scale. Now I'll summon Breaker. Breaker will activate. Breaker's effect to pop it. Now, this is kind of like Pendulum Wizard, if I had the ability to summon out the Pendulum Wizard. So I'm gonna use Breaker's effect to pop the Ice Cream. Oh man, he's so cute. It's like a flaming snow cone. He's gonna activate. I'm gonna get myself a Damage Juggler onto the field. Next thing, I'm gonna overlay into King of the Feral Imps. I need to get this in the graveyard and I don't need this anymore, so I'm gonna go with these two. Now, I'm gonna activate it. Now, here's the part that if you can kill your opponent, you will go with the Gigabyte. If you can't kill your opponent and say you went first, you would probably go with the Part Naga. Like, say these two are dead cards, then you have no way of retrieving anything. You don't have a Luster Pendulum right now. So, you activate this to get yourself another Flame Mascot, as if you never really used it. Activate the Flame Mascot and the Part Naga, special summon the thing back out, and there you go. You've established your board. Even if he clears your Pendulum Scale or destroys your entire board, you're bound to recover by getting more Perform Mage Damage Jugglers. Now, let me just skip back to that point where I branched off. So back to where we branched off, the previous combo was the more defensive one. Now I can do the more offensive one. Say I add Gigabyte. Now instead of adding myself one of the Perform Mage Pendulum monsters, I'm actually going to want Hat Tricker because I need to summon them out now. So I have 2 monsters I can summon out. Now, how will this work? Well, technically, I still have game. I just have to use Trapeze Magician. Of course, this combo is quite all in, and well, technically no, because although there's 3 Moki Mokis right here, that could have been anything. Like, if these are other combo pieces, you can recover with these pieces. But for now, I'm just gonna demonstrate how this is pretty much exact game damage. Well, a little over, 600 damage over. Yeah, that's it. So for the second combo, I'll start with a Foolish Burial, which is like the best search all card for this deck, a Flame Mascot, and a Wavering Eyes. Now, let's start with the Foolish Burial. Most likely, I am going to drop a Zephyros. And this hand's actually not that great because, well, technically, it can be really good because I have 3 dead cards here. But I'm only showing you with minimal resources. It could be a lot better if these weren't like Mokis, of course. No, I don't want to pop it yet. Make sure you get your Zephyros out or else you can't really combo off. Take the 400, reactivate. Wavering Eyes now. Like, if these did not exist in my hand, then yeah, you'll have to do it. Get the Flame Mascot, of course. Damage Juggler. Damage Juggler is the one card that you still run 3 of. The old Perform Mages, you don't run as many now. Now for this one, I'm still going with King of the Feral Imps because it's a double search technically. By sending the Damage Juggler into the graveyard, you can pretty much search anything. Here's the part that it's like the other one where you actually can't really do anything too offensive now because you are short a monster and you haven't normal summoned a monster yet. But for like safety purposes, I'm most likely gonna go with a Part Naga. Because there's a reptile, which is nice because King of the Feral Imps can dig it out, and then use Damage Juggler's effect to add the Flame Mascot back. And you have not normal summoned. You haven't Pendulum summoned yet, so you can easily just Pendulum summon him back onto the field. Now, your board is technically not that great. But at the same time, your opponent does feel slightly threatened because there is a bit of pressure that they want to clear your board, because if you don't kill the King of the Feral Imps, you're going to get another plus, and if you can combo it off with the Flame Mascot, then you're just going to go off, and then you potentially have lethal just because of this, which is a little crazy. Okay, so for my third hand, I am going to include a Luster Pendulum in it because Luster Pendulum and Flame Mascot are basically the core combo of the deck. But for this one, the third piece will be a Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial will most likely going to be the Zephyros. If you somehow got Zephyros into your graveyard early on, that's great too. I'm not sure if you play Mathematician, but I think it's kind of awkward just because it's level 3 and you can't like Pendulum summon it out or anything. But you probably wouldn't want to do that anyway. Now that I have that in the graveyard, the first thing I'm going to do is activate the Luster Pendulum, activate the Flame Mascot, activate the Luster Pendulum first, kill the Flame Mascot. Flame Mascot will activate its monster effect after it's destroyed. I really thought it was kind of weird. I thought it wasn't really that good beforehand, but now I know it's amazing. Get the Damage Juggler out. Use this to bounce Luster Pendulum back. So there's a lot of branching off into different combos, and this is kind of one of the combos that allow you to do that, which is now you reactivate this, put the Flame Mascot back on. Guess what? It's a once per turn, but if you remove from the field, you can do it again. And of course, now I get another free monster. Now, yeah, do I want to activate? Of course I do. Now I get my Trick Clown. Oh, guess what? You know who's coming out next. King of the Feral Imps is really amazing plus, so you say? I'm gonna start with the Trick Clown. It doesn't really matter too much. I guess it does matter, but let's see what I can do about it. Now I'm gonna detach the Trick Clown to get myself a Gigabyte. Of course I want to get you back. Great. Now I'll special summon the Gigabyte. Special summon the Gigabyte into something else. I don't know. There's like, you can pretty much, now you have full access to your rank 4 toolbox, and I guess for my purposes, I don't really know what I want. Say I go for a Trapeze. Get Damage Juggler out of here. So you can attack twice. Get rid of Damage Juggler. This time I'm adding the Mirror Conductor because the scale is lower. I'm gonna activate this. I can special summon pretty much every single resource I already used. So if we do a little simple card counting, I started with ignore these three. I had 3 monsters, or sorry, I had 3 cards in my hand, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and potentially more cards that I can make. Like, honestly, this is getting kind of disgusting. Nothing really my opponent can do about it. And to secure, like, say, a victory against Necroz, there you go. I can dodge a Valk now. My final combo that I'm going to demonstrate, it's pretty much the same thing, except this time I don't have like a Foolish Burial, so I am forced to kind of explode right off the bat. Luster Pendulum and Force Flame Mascot. Activate the the Luster Pendulum to... I don't want to blow up that yet. Perfect. Yes, I do want to use my Flame Mascot, thank you very much. Do I want to activate Wavering Eyes? No, not yet. I'm gonna blow it up with the Flame Mascot so I can search out of this. So now I'm going to activate the Flame Mascot once again. Would I like to activate it? Sure, I guess this is the time. My Snow Cone! Alright, I'm going to add a card. Now the card I'm going to add will be... I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I'm probably going to go with Eccentric Arcfiend in case they have like back row or something. And then Flame Mascot will activate, which gives me the Trick Clown. Now my combo is like not even close to being finished. Getting free pluses is always great. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this Damage Juggler to give myself a... Now I actually do want to complete the scale now. So I'm gonna go with Part Naga for sure. The reason why that is because there's a Luster Pendulum in there too. And that's quite crucial. Of course, I still have my Damage Juggler in the graveyard, which will be very helpful. First things first, let's get rid of one of my guys. And the best way to do it without losing a resource is to go with him. Draco Slayer Prominence. He has the ability to summon a guy from the deck, but then that card can only be used as an Exceed material. You cannot synchro with it, which is a little sad. Can you imagine if you could just like spam them all out at one go, just a bunch of 2850 beat sticks? Now, my combo is not over. I don't need this anymore. I pop it and then I blow up another card on the field. And if your opponent has any cards at this point, you would send their cards back into the deck. But since I don't and I already Pendulum Summon, I'm just gonna, for demo purposes, shove this back into the deck. Use Flame Mascot's ability again. Get the Mirror. If they have any monsters that are really strong, you can use Mirror Conductor to weaken them first before you do anything crazy. Of course, you can overlay Like, this is basically game. Like, not even gonna lie, it's a bit overkill right now. But like I said, like, you can branch off into whatever toolbox that you need to get out of any situation, which is really nice. And hopefully you guys learned something about what is to come in Dimensions of Chaos. This deck is really, really gross. As you can see, I still have the 3 Moki Mokis in my hand. In other words, I did not use them at all. So if they were like MSTs or like anything to blow up back row or just more pendulum cards, you can think about what other ways you can combo with it. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned something about Perform H combos. I know I didn't perform some of the combos very well, but this is just to give you a taste of what is to come. Like, if you guys have better combos or things I might have done wrong there, just leave a comment down below, and of course I'll improve on it as I get better with the deck. Another note I want to point out is this is the playability of when it is released. Of course, it's going to get better as more and more stuff comes out. And I want to put a quick note into Magispectors about that. Magispectors on release I don't think is going to be too good. I know they're really good and they can actually handle a lot of the stuff that are in our current format. But I think Magispectors are played best with the support from the Masters of Pendulum structure deck, the Pendulum Magicians. Whereas this deck can more or less function about 80% of its true capacity right from the get-go, which is really, really nice. So if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe to MST.TV. And as always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV.